The hall was glowing that night, gold lights shimmering over white roses, laughter echoing off marble walls, and the sound of music floating through the air like joy itself. It was my wedding day. After years of struggle, heartbreak, and false starts, I had finally found peace. Or at least, I thought I had. As the newlyweds, Emma and I danced to our first song, my heart felt full. I caught sight of my younger brother, Ryan, standing near the bar. He didn't look happy. He hadn't since the engagement. Every time I tried to talk to him, he brushed me off, saying he was fine. But I knew that look, anger simmering just below the surface. Still, I wanted him there. Family meant everything to me, and I believed, maybe foolishly, that love could fix what was broken. Ryan and I had grown up inseparable. Our parents died young, and we only had each other. I worked multiple jobs to get us through college, paid his tuition, and made sure he never lacked what I did. But after I met Emma, things changed. He started withdrawing, showing up late to family dinners, avoiding us entirely. I told myself he just needed time to adjust. He would come around. But that night, our wedding night, he didn't just ruin the party. He shattered something far deeper. It happened just as we were about to cut the cake. The photographer was ready, the guests circled around us, and Emma squeezed my hand, smiling. The room felt perfect. Until I heard the sound of glass shattering behind me. Everyone turned. Ryan stood there, holding a broken champagne glass, his face twisted in fury. Then, before anyone could react, he grabbed another full bottle and hurled it toward the table. It hit the cake, sending white frosting and shards of glass across the floor. Gasps erupted. The room froze. And then he screamed, "This is what you get for stealing what's mine." The music stopped. My heart dropped. "Ryan, what the hell are you doing?" I shouted, stepping forward. He pointed at Emma, eyes red with rage. "You knew. You both knew." Emma's face went pale. "Ryan, stop. Please." My mind raced. What was he talking about? I turned to her, searching her eyes for answers, but she couldn't even meet my gaze. "Tell him," Ryan said, voice trembling. "Tell him how long you've been lying." The room was dead silent. I could hear my own heartbeat. "Ryan," I said slowly, "if this is some kind of joke." "It's not a joke," he shouted. "You think I didn't notice the late-night calls? The messages before you two got engaged? You stole her from me." The guests whispered, a wave of confusion rippling through the room. I looked at Emma again, and in her tear-filled eyes, I saw the truth I didn't want to believe. "Ryan, we dated years ago," she finally whispered. "It was nothing serious. It ended long before you and I ever." He laughed bitterly. "Nothing serious? You told me you loved me. And 2 months later, you're with my brother." I felt dizzy. My mind tried to connect the pieces, but every thought hit like a blow. I looked between the two of them, my brother shaking, my bride trembling, and I realized the truth was worse than the lie, because both of them had known and chosen to hide it. Ryan stepped closer. "You always take what's mine, Jack. You always have. Dad's attention, Mom's time, everything. But this was too much." Security moved forward, but I raised my hand. "No. Let him speak." Ryan's voice cracked as tears spilled down his cheeks. "You could have had anyone. Anyone. But you had to take her." I wanted to hate him. I wanted to scream back. But all I felt was pain, a deep, raw ache for the brother who stood there broken and the woman beside me who couldn't even defend herself. Finally, I said quietly, "You're right, Ryan. I took her. But not from you, from a past that you should have let go. You didn't lose Emma tonight. You lost yourself to jealousy." He froze, his anger faltering for a second before guilt washed over his face. I loved her, Jack." "I know," I said, voice trembling. "But love doesn't destroy. It doesn't do this." He looked around, the broken cake, the horrified faces, the tears streaming down Emma's cheeks, and the weight of what he'd done seemed to crash onto him all at once. He dropped the champagne bottle and backed away. "I didn't mean to. But it was too late." Security gently led him outside as whispers filled the room again. Emma tried to reach for me, but I stepped back. "Jack, please," she whispered, crying. "It was a mistake. I didn't tell you because I didn't want to lose you." I stared at her, numb. "And now you've lost both of us." The wedding ended in silence. Guests left one by one, and I stood there alone, staring at the ruined cake and the champagne dripping onto the floor. Everything that was supposed to symbolize love and new beginnings now looked like a battlefield of betrayal. Days later, Ryan called. He apologized through tears, said he didn't know what came over him. I forgave him, because hate wouldn't heal either of us. But I didn't forgive Emma. Some truths, once revealed, never fade. Months passed. I focused on rebuilding my life. Therapy helped, distance helped more. Ryan and I started talking again, slowly, carefully, like two people walking across broken glass. He got help for his anger, and I saw glimpses of the brother I once knew. One afternoon, he visited me. He looked me straight in the eyes and said, "You're still my brother. I'm sorry for what I did." I smiled sadly. "You're my brother too. But some scars take time." As he left, I looked at an old family photo on the wall. Two young boys, arms around each other, smiling. I realized no one truly wins when love turns into competition. That night, I deleted the wedding photos, every trace of that day. Not out of hate, but to let go. Because sometimes forgiveness isn't about fixing what's broken, it's about freeing yourself from what you can't fix.